What's good, YouTube? Be back with another video. Something about Dez's career. I think Dez's career got messed up. Let's see what's going on.
Right? And I see them down there, and I hear the guy take the mic about, if you're going to tell a joke, at least make it funny. I didn't even get the joke or whatever. And then we went to an intermission. I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo, that bitch. Well, I'll fucking knock her fucking teeth out. How's she going to suck with no teeth? And I was like, oh my God. I thought it was a bit. And I was coming out of the bathroom, and I was like, yo, man, are you okay? Like, you good? And he looked at me like this. And his friend goes, ah, man, he's just from New York.
Yeah, this is very disgusting, and it's actually racist. If you haven't yet already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel. Now, back into the content. The Streamer Awards was filled with so much mess that I had to double back. At this one, it's actually a triple back on a video about the aftermath. Now, if you watched my last video, you know that I covered the racial undertones in the jokes that were going on during the Streamer Awards, specifically made by the host, whether it be QT Cinderella or famously Fan for the Kai Cenat P. Diddy joke.
Broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Chevy Silverado, the best from day one.
Secondhand cringe is absolutely real. Now, after that, we know that one of Kai Cenat's closest friends, Ty Lil, took the mic, said that, hey, this joke was not funny. If you're gonna tell a joke, it should be actually funny.
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
And once everyone came back home from the actual event itself, people had so many thoughts. People had so many think pieces. People gave their perspective about the awards, the celebrities, the thought process on the voting, the India Love situation, the Kai Cenat situation. But there was one guy who made an extreme claim. A claim so extreme, a claim so prejudiced, and a claim that was so baseless that it almost ruined somebody's career. This clown, better known as the Stock Guy, is a streamer on Twitch who goes through stocks, etc., etc. Somehow, he got invited to this year's Streamer Awards. You know, maybe it's because he's rubbing elbows, whatever. But the claims and allegations that he laid down with no names, with no facts, with nothing to back it up, ultimately painted one person in Kai Cenat's crew to be some sort of evil deviant.
And I think that kind of like did it. Oh, true story. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. So I'm in the middle, right? And I see them down there, and I hear the guy take the mic about, if you're going to tell a joke, at least make it funny. I didn't even get the joke or whatever. And then we went to an intermission. I go down, I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo, fuck that bitch. Man, fuck that bitch. I'll fucking toss that bitch. Well, I'll fucking knock her fucking teeth out. How's she gonna suck dick with no teeth? Man, fuck that bitch. Who the fuck she thinks she... And I was like, oh my God.
Now, this is a heavy, bold claim that he laid out. He claims that the guy then follows up...
That's a heavy, bold. That's a really heavy, bold claim.
...by saying some sort of sexual assault comments about Fan, and then proceeds to not name drop the person, but say that he is from New York. And there's so many problems with the way that he went about this whole entire situation. First and foremost, if you think this was real, tell somebody. In that same clip, he goes on to talk about what happened after they had left the bathroom. And to be honest with you, it's not a good enough answer. It's not a good enough reason. You claim that there were threats on somebody's life, yet you did nothing.
Like, normally it's none of my business and I don't get involved in it, but I'm thinking to myself, do I need to talk to somebody? Like, is this dude like just doing that? And then I realized we're also at a Streamer Awards and his boys are around. So I'm like, I gotta keep an eye on this shit. Like, he'll probably cool down through the night, but this dude really lost his shit.
Yes, tell somebody.
Like, I thought it was a bit, but then in the bathroom, this dude's straight up talking about how he wants to fucking beat her up, like break her fucking teeth in, and like, and then like, you know, obviously saying some shit, like talking about beating the shit, like actually physically beating her, and then moved on to like actual SA shit with her. And I'm like, this dude is like taking this shit too far. So like, I was like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude. If he like doesn't cool down, I'm gonna have to go talk to somebody, because like, that's just like, I get that you're talking in front of your boys, but you can't say that shit.
You felt as if you could stop them or something like that. What if he didn't calm down? If you truly and genuinely believe that whoever in this situation was going to assault or attack or harm Fan, why did you not report it to anybody? They literally got rid of India Love for storming on stage early in the event. So why wouldn't you think that they would do the same thing for this person? Another problem that I do have with the way that the Stock Guy went about this whole situation is that this guy, and it's gonna manifest itself even greater later on in the video, but he never knew anybody's name. The way that he spread this on the internet is by the identification that it came right after the P. Diddy joke, that the person said that he was supposedly from New York, and truly, that's about it. But he even acknowledges that he doesn't know this person's name.
Started losing his fucking mind. So I'm like, I don't even know his name. I just remember that I was taking a piss and this guy was losing his fucking mind. And
So you don't know his name, so you can't describe. You get my bad. You can't describe him. What he look like, what he sound like, what kind of hair he have. Like, give a description. Come on now.
And he was really upset about it. So I was like, man, I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude because like if this dude does, like still starts acting like I'm gonna have to say something, you know. But if he's just trying to act from his boys, you know, like I get it.
The problem with that is we know that the clip pages will inevitably run with whoever was associated with Kai Cenat that night. Most notably Ty Lil, which they ultimately did. Every time we saw this clip in the initial clipping of it or the initial putting out of it, a lot of people put, hey, the stock guy claims that Ty Lil said X, Y, and Z in the bathroom. You can't make a statement like that with little to no proof at all, especially with the underlying conversations about race and how it did impact the Streamer Awards. It was actually very nasty what he did. Now, what the stock guy did to me was cowardly and baseless and disgusting and honestly harmful. He claims that he knows Fan and he really rocks with her heavy, so he was attempting to protect her. But if there was somebody that was truly there looking to harm her, why would you not warn anybody? He knows how the internet works. He knows how people run with these narratives. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Specifically for the black content creators on the app, it is not very friendly. The Clover Boys, a collection of content creators that consist of Kai Cenat's friend, already have really bad raps on the internet. Most of them in regards to their ideologies or them not taking content seriously or them destroying the culture with their brain rot. But to put the allegations that they are physically violent and harmful to the internet, it's disgusting.
Crazy.
It's disgusting as fuck. But because this is the internet, we do get the opportunity to clear this up. Ty Lil took to the internet and said, hey, this is all false. This is not true. I wasn't even in the bathroom and he is a liar.
He was not talking about me. Move on, because I ain't gonna lie. First of all, me and Dez was never even in it. I went to the bathroom one time, and me and Dez was never even in the bathroom with each other. So y'all saying two names that it's no correlation because me and him wasn't in the bathroom with each other, and I didn't even speak about that situation. And I went to the bathroom before that even happened. I'm not even gonna shine any lighter.
And this is why I'm frustrated as hell as what the stock guy did. You created an internet witch hunt. So then after Ty Lil went ahead and said, hey, this wasn't me, clean this statement up, the clip pages went for a witch hunt for Dez. One, because it's the only other logical answer in this situation for trying to find who to crucify. And two, because you, the stock guy, went in your Discord and did a confirmation, a 99% sure confirmation that it was him. And it doesn't escape me the tweet that you decided to link to your Discord in order to claim that it was Dez in the situation. You went and found random black New Yorker who was saying something aggressive about Kai Cenat and Fan and decided that was the video that you were gonna drop in the Discord.
Dreamer, you? 10,000.
A nigga play with my man Kai Cenat, I'm gonna play with they fucking life.
Now, because the witch hunt switched over to Dez, who is now getting the brunt of these accusations, he had to address them as well. And surprise, surprise, he doesn't know who the stock guy is.
I never even laid eyes on this man before, gang. Like,
Nigga, I don't even know who he is. I have never heard of this nigga, bro.
word to E, word to me.
I think the big part of the issue is mixing these regions, cultures, these different styles of talk, lingo, colloquialisms, whatever you want to call them, in places and spaces where they don't belong. If you don't know, I went to Washington, D.C. recently and attended a couple of seminars where there were people of other cultures attempting to explain lingo and other things to other people from different cultures. And the whole time I sat there, I thought about, wow, this is a mess. And when I see this situation here, I can clearly tell that this person doesn't understand what Dez was saying. Let's give him some grace. Maybe he was in the bathroom and actually heard Dez go on a rant about this situation. But let's listen to Dez's words and see what he says, and we can kind of find out where there is a misunderstanding that ultimately leads to a black man being painted as something that is violent and criminal.
Been this way since a jit. I never said none of that. First of all, nigga said toss her around. Toss. The only toss I know is when we in the street at the churches, we toss back at niggas. Like, my niggas, my niggas toss at niggas. I'm not tossing nobody, especially a fucking female. If I toss anybody, a female is gonna be in the fucking bed. She'll get overly yarded. I'm not putting my hand on nobody over no fucking statement. We didn't get hands put on.
Like, it's not even that serious, bro. Like, what?
On us. But what happened was, a person made a statement. What happened was, me, baby, listen, I go to the bathroom. I was in the bathroom and I say, yo, gang, she was dick riding my man Kai Cenat. She sucked Kai dick. And I said, verbatim, to Ralphie, I said, bro, she sucked Kai dick with teeth. Bad bitches don't use teeth when they giving the sloppy toppy.
Now, I think those statements are wild in and of itself, but that is New York lingo. And I understand that as somebody who is a part of the community and a part of the culture. Reel it back in. But Dez, as he said in these clips, is a young dude. Like, this is the way he talks. And I can't fault him for that. And so this misunderstanding of regional speak happened. Fine. Culturally, there are differences. But there's no way that you, as a streamer, the stock guy, knows that he doesn't even know the full scope, full spectrum as to what happened. Knows that he can't even fully say what happened on stream. Knows that he's not gonna say these things verbatim, and then goes onto the internet and says this, I don't know, this fake me out, half truth, half lie, concocted story about the situation without any proof and without any backing, and think that you were gonna be able to just skate by with it. That's dangerous, gang. Interpreting the phrase suck my dick or she was sucking somebody else's dick as a physical act of violence is wild to me. And obviously he was gonna face some sort of backlash. The next time that he hopped on stream, he talked about situations where people were flooding his chats, flooding his DMs, hitting him with threats of violence, death threats, all these other things. Now, I don't condone those things.
I'm getting death threats. I have people saying, oh, I heard that you live in Delaware now, we gonna find you. Shit like, better not show up to the next TwitchCon. Fucker, I mean, it's in Europe, you can't afford to go. We gonna murk your ass and shit. I'm like, you know what, fuck, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Listen, you gotta get up for school in the morning. Just turn off the phone, okay?
Now, I don't condone any of the threats of violence that happened to the stock guy at all. But listening to this video and listening to his minimization of his responsibilities in these events is honestly disgusting and distasteful. Even in his further explanation, he says that one of the comments said that he should have put a name out there, which I think is very fair criticism. But what he says to follow it just does not fly with me. And again, it's him skating his way through the accountability Olympics.
Put a name out there, you pussy. If I'm not 100, and I mean 100% sure of exactly who somebody is, because I didn't know any of these people before, I still don't know them. I'm not gonna say something if I'm not 100% sure, because
then why even bring it up? Like, if you're not 100% sure, look, left hand. If you're not 100% sure of who it is, why the fuck you bring it up? Don't talk about it then. That means you're trying to form some shit, bro. Like, what? You can't make an allegation like that and don't know who the fuck it is. That shit crazy, bro. I can fuck somebody's life up. Shit. Well,
if I put what happened to the wrong person, even if there's a 1% chance, then I'm a fucking pussy. Then I'm a piece of shit. You know why? Because now you're actually dragging somebody who might not be real, putting something and attaching it to their name from your mouth to them. And that's worse than anything else. If you're not 100, and I mean 100% sure exactly who it was to a T, you don't do that thing. Because if you're wrong, that's the fucked up part.
So then why in your Discord, which I knew you thought was a private server, did you say that you were 99% sure that it was Dez? I guess you didn't technically throw a name out there, but you went ahead and attached a clip depicting one of Kai Cenat's friends. Please, I promise you, nobody is falling for this. And it's strange because now you know how the internet works. Now you know how detrimental those things can be. Now you know what it's like to say something that is false and how the internet can take these things. So with this knowledge in your brain, why give a loose and vague description of somebody on the internet when you know how things operate? That's why people are calling you racist. That's why people are saying you are dangerous. That's why people are coming for your head. And now two things have happened because of this situation. One, a black man was painted to be some sort of violent aggressor in this situation, which he was going to physically harm damsel in distress, only to have him backtrack and walk back a lot of those statements and try to cleanse his name of it. Yeah, no, buddy, you're wrong. And two, now the whole streaming community is divided. I've seen clips of many people call out and criticize Dez for his lack of emotion having, you know, his riled upness, and people are showing their true colors about how they feel.
Everybody knows, bruh, Dez is the wild card of fucking AMP. That's the worst fucking member of AMP, bruh. He's the most hot-headed. He's the most reactive.
When you're a liability and you always crash out and you make the squad look bad, well, people move on. Like, bro, at the size of Kai and the people in their group, dude, it's a no-brainer.
But ultimately, I think DDG kind of said it best. Everybody's fighting right now in the streaming community, and to be honest with you, a big portion of it is the Clip Page's fault.
So you telling me all this beef happening from a nigga that's trading stocks. You see what happens to the black community, man? We let a nigga that's trading stocks make us.
Right, well, DDG can't say shit because he defending India love for the ignorant shit she did. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But, anyways, hey, W video, bro. Stay up, stay lit. We here. All right, deuces.